Hey everybody out there in YouTube land, this is Jake Jaboreli, Jaboreli.com, just a bunch of referral links. And just like the video I made not too many hours ago regarding Speedbit, this video is about Finalmente Global. So I mentioned I was going to make an update regarding my participation in their investment program. As you can see on the screen in front of you, they're doing quite well. 78 total lent Bitcoin, pardon me. From the time I started, which was about 53, they've gone up quite a bit. Now, I mean, Bitcoin is currently at about 9,000 US dollars. It was about 10,000 when I started, but let's just round to 10,000, makes numbers easier. So they've got coming up on a million US dollars in Bitcoin. They're doing quite well. Investments are up. The CEO of Finalmente Global keeps making new videos about how you can participate with his announcements, his weekly announcements. He's obviously doing quite well. And all those people involved, you can see who's actually involved here. I mean, this is the external page. I'm not showing you the inside. This is you can see on the outside. You can see Whale Miner here, Crypto Tiwi who did the interview with him, and where people are investing. So yeah, doing great. Now, this video is to basically talk about partially where I went wrong with a couple of my first videos. I did say it was unsustainable, and they came back and told me, no, it is sustainable. So I'm just going to talk about kind of the comparative tool difference between Finalmente Global and Speedbit. Now, in my last video about Speedbit, I claimed you could make $20 million. I think that's laughable. My first video about Finalmente Global and the second one both basically said if this went on indefinitely that it would be impossible to sustain, or as I said, literally unsustainable. I am literally invested. Here's my account, Jaboreli. Here's the amount of money I have into it. I am participating with Finalmente Global. I am testing to see if they're legit. Now, you could watch Whale Miner, you could watch Crypto Tiwi. Both of them have a lot more money in it than I do, particularly Whale Miner. And I'm not discounting that man at all. He obviously he's got a lot of money to spend, a lot of money he can play with to do these investment programs. I don't. But I'm also just not as willing to put as much money down. I mean, even if I had a bit, I'm not sure I would do a full Bitcoin. What I'm really here to talk about is riding the wave of the investment possibility. So I'm going to talk to some numbers in my chart here. And this is the same kind of chart. In fact, it's in the same spreadsheet. You can find it down here with Speedbit. If you want to check out my other Speedbit thing, it's in this spreadsheet. And this is widely available. Anybody can look at this. This is my test case 2. I have another FMG over here. Anyways, let me get to the point of this. Let me zoom in a bit because not everybody who's on mobile can see all this. So this will update moment to moment. It keeps track right off of CoinMarketCap, so the price is going to be pretty accurate within a minute. Just easier than me having to type it in every time. Every time people want to look at this, they want to look at the current price. So I'm saying with this that I'm just going to let the little bit of money I put in, about $100 US in, I'm just going to let it ride. I'm not going to invest more. I know FMG wants to invest more. If people like this video and they want to go on my referral, cool. In fact, I'm even cool if you go with Whale Miner or with Crypto Tiwi or any of those other people. If this is going to work, it's going to need more investment. But I just want to show you the doubling effect, because Speedbit has a doubling effect. There just does it much, much faster. FMG, or Finalmente Global, takes about 10 weeks to double your money, whereas Speedbit doubles it in, 17 days. So, 400 hours. Theirs is based on hours, this is based on weeks. So Finalmente Global will double your money every 10 weeks, which is roughly a quarter, a little less than a quarter, well, a little less than 3 months. So today, the day that I'm recording this is May 23rd. In 10 weeks, that will be the beginning of August. Another 10 weeks, that's middle of October. Another 10 weeks after that is middle of December, so on and so on and so forth, all the way out to the end of 2023. I only just put this on here because what if you put a smaller amount of money in? Well, then it would take you longer to get to that. Let's say the lowest amount you can put in, I believe, is 0.001, or about 10 US dollars, roughly. In this case, it's 9, but nevertheless. The furthest you can get with this investment idea is to 20 times whatever the current value of Bitcoin is. 20 Bitcoins, basically. That's a limit at which FMG puts you. So you can never go higher than that. That's the reason my unsustainable video is inaccurate. You can get to, if you invest this much and just continued every week, I mean, obviously this is 10 weeks, but every week within each one of these 10-week blocks to reinvest that money, it would take you until the beginning of 2023 to hit 20, well, not 20 Bitcoin, but basically the limit. I think it would technically go out somewhere between 140 and 150 weeks. Because this is based on a 10 scale, it's not going to show you that. So this estimate only estimates out until it gets to a number that's higher than this, and this 150 weeks would be higher than that. That's the reason it's not showing the value. So if you just use their bare minimum plan, the bare minimum buy-in, and we're willing to invest until the beginning of 2023 or shortly thereafter, you could make 20 Bitcoin. No further investment. Now, this plan I'm presenting isn't really lucrative to benefit FMG. If you want to help them out, if you want to make money faster, obviously that's a lot of time to wait. 140 plus weeks, more than 2 years. But your initial investment is almost nothing. So it's not much skin off your back to put in 0.001 Bitcoin and wait 2 years. But it's not going to help FMG, as I said, if you're putting almost nothing in. That's, of course, assuming they last this long. But it seems, from the videos I've watched from Cobus, the CEO, saying, of course he wants it to last indefinitely. He has no plans of having this stop. So if we were to believe him, this is realistic. And of course, in his videos, he said that he's making a lot more than 7 to 8%. Not 78, but 7 to 8. Let's say 7 or 8%. He's making more than that on the money that you're giving him. Upwards of 30% for the investment you're making. So, of course, he's making way more off the money that we're giving him. And he's just paying us a percentage of that. So yeah, he's making a lot of money. Well, we already saw back here, right? This is the total amount of money. 78 Bitcoin. And that's more than, well, it's almost 4 times the maximum limit that you could invest. So what I'm trying to get at with this is you don't have to put a lot of money in. Your minimal roughly 10 or 0.01 Bitcoin investment is enough. It just depends on how quickly you want your money back. If you end up going higher, let's say with 0.1, that's $1,000 US dollars or $900 roughly. You'll reach the maximum limit somewhere between 70 and 80 weeks. That's still more than a year. But this chart here, and you guys can play with this. It'll be linked in the description down below. You can look at these numbers and see how much you'll make based on your initial investment over that certain period of time. Like I said, this is a doubler. This is to figure out where the doubling effect is. How long does it take to double your money each time this comes around? So it's going to be 10 weeks every single time. Anyways, this is partially an apology to FMG and partially just a divulging. You can't go higher than 200,000 roughly. Like I said, this number based on whatever 20 Bitcoin is times the current price of Bitcoin. So 183,000 is the highest you can possibly go. If you started with this, you go 1 week and then they wouldn't go higher. They wouldn't let you go higher. So maybe it's sustainable because that's the limit. But it's still a much, much, much higher investment than most others. I think right now, just as another comparative tool between FMG and let's say Crypto.com. Crypto.com right now is saying that if you invest in their coin, the CRO coin or CRO token, which I think is worth like 10 cents a coin, no, a tenth of a US dollar. If you invest with them and leave that money, and you have to put in 250 coins or so, like it's basically 250 US dollars worth of money, and it has to stay in for 3 months. They'll pay you 18% annually. 18% annually. Which, if I just do a really quick comparison in the numbers, FMG is guaranteeing somewhere between 350 and 400 annually. Let's take a middle point there, 375 divided by 18, 20 times. FMG, or Finalmente Global, is guaranteeing you 20 times as much interest on your investment as crypto's best current interest. And honestly, 18% when it comes to the current market, at least in the United States, is stunning. So this is 20 times that, roughly. Yeah, it's a great deal. And I'd like to see it succeed, because my tiny little 0.0, let's see if I put it here, 0.012 investment, if I'm willing to leave it in there for a year and a half, will be worth over 100,000 US dollars. So hey, FMG, more power to you. Make me some money. Thanks guys for watching. Thumbs up if you like it. Leave me a comment. Tell me what you think. Subscribe to my channel, and just so you know, I'm doing a giveaway. Once we hit 500 subs, everybody who's still a sub goes into that pool. Believe me, I'll contact you with information as to how to transfer once we do the raffle, the random choose. Haven't really decided on how much it will be. It will be more than $5 US, but we'll just see. So comment, like, subscribe, and join the raffle. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.